I just want to show you how to make a button. Um, so it looks like you're using the page builder tool, but sort of everything is kind of all in a lump here. Um, there's two ways to make buttons. First off, if you are using the page builder and you click on element, there is a button element. You can click on that. You can put the URL for where you want this button to go. So just wherever you want it to go. Right? And you say click here, and then it has some various different settings here. Most of which you can leave default. You hit save, and here's a button. If I look at it on the page, we will see. Hold on, sorry. Let's go to the page. View page. And below all this, here's a button. Click here. Now, it's a little trickier here because you are doing all of your content kind of in one block here. In other words, the way the page builder wants to work is it kind of wants to break all these things out. So you'd have a paragraph, and a button, and then an image, and another paragraph. So let's take a look at that for a second. But within this, there are other ways to make buttons. I'm going to kill this button here. Just trash that. Hit this edit thing. So this little thing here, this Fusion Builder element generator, also includes a button component. It's just a little trickier to use. So let's take your Join Now button here, and I'm going to copy the link. Okay. And I'm just going to make a return. And go here, click on this Fusion Builder element. You get the button again. You say the URL, join now, and insert it. This will put the short code in, and it'll all look kind of scary because there's a bunch of stuff here. But basically, this is just the same thing that defines that button. And here's the text, join now. So let's say you wanted to change that, you could just type in there. But the trick is, unlike the page builder element, I can't really go back and edit this. If I made the wrong button, I just need to delete all this, basically between here where it says Fusion button link, this beginning element, and this end element. But let's save it and see what it looks like. This is called a shortcode, by the way. Let's see whether it worked or not. Okay, refresh. There, now we have a button because it says join now. I click that, and it goes to your page. All right. So I'm going to leave that in place for you. But you can play around with making buttons like that on a separate page, just like just have a test page where you make buttons. See what you can change the color and stuff in them. But what you might want to do in a situation like this where you have a page that's got some complexity to it is, I'm just going to show you a quick way to kind of build this differently. I'm going to copy this page. I'm just going to take all the content, and I'm going to hit add new. I'll leave that page alone. Oh, I should have. I think I have to edit. I'll go back. Anyway, so I'm just going to make a page here called temp 1, and paste all that in here. And then I'm going to go up here and say edit with Fusion Builder. So that brings me back to this, right? So in a case like this where you have images and buttons and then this and then that, really the way to do this is to do it with multiple containers. So I'm going to clone this container a couple of times that you already have, and then I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. So basically we want everything up to the button, that we made. Come on. Here to the end. I'm going to delete. Didn't like that. Sorry, this is getting dorky here. Okay, go here. There's our button. Go to the end. Kill that. All right. Save that. Then I'm going to put in our button. Button. Join now. This will all become clear in a moment, I think. Grab that. Okay, hit save. So now I can go back and edit this button if I want. I can just hit click that and it'll put me back into the editor. So if I want to like change the color or something about the behavior or the text, I can do that here. So I'm going to leave that there. So now I have the rest of this content. So then you had an image that you wanted to place there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an image component. So we'll just go down here and say image. And we'll go grab that image that you uploaded before, if I can recognize it. Let's see here. Okay. Some folks sitting around a table. There they are. Oh. Okay, I hit insert into page. Hit save. Now the image is its own element, right? Okay, so now I can get at this block. Go to text, kill everything up to the image. Okay, right about there. Leave. All right. Save. All right, and you also have these little inline images, which is fine to do in that way. You can also, there's other ways to deal with those. You can make a container and, make various columns. So you could have, an image here on the left and some text on the right, and then make another container and have, and switch it. So let's say I did one like this and one like that. So I could put this image here and that image here and the text here and the text there. It's just a way of doing it. If you wanted to, I'm not going to bother doing that right now. But basically, what's kind of nice about doing it that way is that then if you need to edit any of these things or move them around, you can. Let's just see what this looks like if I preview this. Now the page builder kind of wants to work as like a grid. Yeah, so here I've got intro, I've got the button, I need a little gap here, and then here's the rest of the content, right? So you can go in here, and let's say I need a little gap, right? So I hit element, grab separator, somewhere in here. Yeah, no, not section separator, separator, this one. And set that to be like 20 pixels, 20 px, no border. Hit save. And I'll drag that element up between join now. The image right now it's blank because there's all I did was basically make a space. So let's go take a look at that. And here, now we have a nice little space between the button and the element. All right. So I'm just going to save this as a draft if you want to play around with it. And I think that's it.